Hello everyone, welcome to my hobby channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new Black Templars army box for Warhammer 40k from Games Workshop. We have the box here, and as you can see it's a little obscured by the lighting, but we have some beautiful artwork on the front with the Maltese cross, Sigismund, and some Templar iconography across the front. If we take a look at the back here, we'll go ahead and see all the contents of the box. As we can see, beautiful Black Templars artwork, Crusader Squad, Emperor's Champion, Marshal, Sword Brethren, and a Redemptor Dreadnought, as well as the limited edition Codex and cards here, and some larger photos of each of the miniatures here. Beautifully painted as well from the heavy metal team, to be expected. Let's go ahead and get this cracked open. So if you're like me and you like the boxes to stay in nice condition, you might take this little bit of advice. Take a very sharp hobby knife and go ahead and just cut along the edge of the box here very carefully with your sharp knife, so that you just remove that rectangle of cellophane so that you're able to access that box here. So I've already gone ahead and opened this prior, of course, just to check the contents. And we're greeted with this great artwork from John Blanche here on the front. Get rid of this over here. Put that in frame. Beautiful artwork from the 3rd edition Warhammer 40k rulebook by John Blanche, which is great artwork. Very iconic for me. This is when I started playing Warhammer. Now, returning to the hobby, I had to pick up this box, especially for this artwork and the artwork for this on the cover of the Codex, as that's what got me to start playing Black Templars way back then. So let this get this cracked open. Now, again, as I said, I had previously opened this to check the contents of the box, ensure that everything was in here. So this isn't the exact order of the unboxing originally. Originally, all the sprues were on top of this piece of artwork, double-sided. We'll take a look at that closely in a moment. This is actually the artwork for the standard cover of the Codex. And then under the sprues was the artwork, and beneath this was the Codex and instruction manual. I've gone ahead and removed that to go ahead and read through it prior to this video. But as you can see, beautiful artwork on this card here. Got a little banged up in shipping, but that's not too bad. And then some more artwork there of a Marshal or a Sword, oh no, Sword Brother. No, that's a Marshal. Attacking some heretics there. Now moving on, here on the top right, we've got the data cards. These are a nice bonus. I'm getting used to 9th edition myself, so having a little bit of data cards to follow through with all of the stratagems and data sheets will be useful. And then we've, of course, got our bases for all of our infantry and for our Redemptor Dreadnought. And then all the sprues. Here we've got the sprue for the Emperor's Champion. Very nice looking sprue. All the pieces are molded beautifully, actually. The black sword, the Templar iconography across the shoulder pads. A lot of people don't like the angle he's holding the sword out, but I do enjoy it. And we can go on here. We've got the new Marshal sprue. This is a very nice miniature here. I do enjoy that they've given you the option of the power axe and the combi flamer to harken back to that previous Marshal miniature from 3rd edition. I have an old metal one of those around here. I might throw it in a video later. But again, molded very nicely. Luckily, no bent parts. Everything's straight. All the sharp bits are nice as well. Here we've got our standard multi-part Redemptor Dreadnought sprue. It says the weapon sprue, sarcophagus sprue. We've got the sarcophagus front here. And of course all your options, storm bolters, Icarus missile launcher. Then we've got the main body of the Redemptor Dreadnought here. This is very nice here. Big open spaces on the shoulders here to add any additional Templar iconography, whether that be free-handed or molded bits, whether they're third-party or the old Black Templars upgrade sprue, or the upcoming one, which I'm very much looking forward to. Next up, we have two identical sprues for the Primaris Crusader squad. And now this is very interesting to me, given I have old Crusader squad miniatures that I've used the classic Black Templars upgrade sprue on for Forceborn, and I very much enjoyed adding all of that extra iconography to my miniatures. Here, they're all molded with all the iconography that you can need. So bring that close up, we can see all the different shoulder pads with the Maltese cross for the Templars, the weapons chained on for the initiates, which are the standard Primaris Space Marines. And then we have the arms that don't have the weapons chained. They're kind of bare arms with gloves there for the neophytes, which in my headcanon just have not earned their chains as of yet. And then plenty of options. We've got Power Fist, chain swords, and bolters for the neophytes as well. And we've got two identical sprues for those. So that's going to give us great options. I'm very much looking forward to working with this plastic here. Cape for the Sword Brother, power weapon options here. The new Pyre Blaster and Pyre Pistol. And then we've got a new transfer sheet with a bunch of options here. Every sort of Maltese cross that you could think of for shoulder pads and custom iconography, Sword Brethren iconography, Crusade badges, and personal heraldry. That'll be quite difficult to put on their tilt shields. They're quite small, but especially these as well. But they're very nice. And then some larger ones and chains for vehicles. Very nice transfer sheet. Looking forward to this as well. And then we can move this out of the way and look at the Codex. When this originally arrived, of course, it was wrapped. And again, that old John Blanche artwork from 3rd edition. That 3rd edition John Blanche artwork that I so enjoyed when I was a kid, that brought me into Warhammer 40k. Beautiful hardcover book. This came wrapped with the instruction manual as well. And this gives you contents of all the sprues, what the miniatures will look like built, and then variant options, of course. Also, base sizes. This is one of my first new kits from Games Workshop returning to the hobby, and this is very in-depth, very detailed compared to the early 2000s instruction manuals that I was used to. And of course, the metal blister miniatures didn't really even come with instructions most of the time, or ever actually. Very nice, color-coded, easy to follow, gives you all the options, tells you what you can build. So that's great to have, great to look through, see all the options, see what it'll look like coming together and how you can customize things, because I am planning on heavily customizing that Redemptor Dreadnought as well. Back to the Codex. Again, that beautiful artwork on the cover. I'll never get over that. This book made the box worth it for me, for this cover artwork, because I enjoy it so much. And a standard back with our Crusade vows here. My cursed sweaty fingers. I apologize about that. And then, of course, beautiful artwork inside, as you would imagine. These from the 4th edition Black Templars Codex, when we received our standalone Codex. Very nice artwork. I believe some of these were in black and white in that book. And there it is. Very high quality book. I received it with no imperfections, no upside down pages like some received those Beast Naga books in the Beast Naga box, luckily. But yeah, that's the contents of this box today. Thank you for watching, and come back for more Warhammer unboxings.